So you want to know how to set up your business so that it can be found when people go to Google. So people go to a Google search engine, they look for your type of business and they find you, they pick up the phone, and then you've got your next customer. So how do you go about that? Well, a few years ago, it used to be quite complicated. It's become more simplified in recent times, but today I'm going to show you now the best way you can do it. And within 5 minutes, you'll find your business could potentially be found by customers online. So the good news is it's a lot easier than it used to be. There's no need to worry. I'm going to take you through literally step by step with you so that over the next few minutes, your business will then be on Google Maps. It'll be found on Google My Business. It'll be found on Google search engines and potentially be found on any search engine, DuckDuckGo, Bing, anything that's looking for your business. Once you get it set up the right way, can be found. And of course, if this is a useful video, there's plenty more where this comes from that will help you to optimize your business so that it not just gets found, but it gets found by a larger number of people. So give this video a like if it's the type of thing you're after. Make sure you subscribe as well if it's something that you want to be notified of next time I release another helpful video. Actually, there are 3 major things you need to know to get your business showing on Google. One's particularly important, and the other 2 you can do at some further point down the line. And for those of you that watch this video right to the end, I'm also going to show then how you can build on that platform. So how you can find more power, particularly within Google and Google My Business. So don't miss that at the end of this video. So as I mentioned, Google's just made it a whole lot easier, and all you need to do is just log into Google. So let's go over to Google now, and I'll show you how we'll just take a business that's in the high street and we'll make sure that your business can follow the same process with me. So the first thing is you just need to go to Google My Business. Now to go to Google My Business, if you type in business.google.com, and it will take you to this page where you can register your business with Google. And this is really now a case of knowing what your business is and whether it's a shop or a service. So as you go down a high street, you'll notice there's a fishmonger, that's a shop, but a window cleaner may be living above that cleans as a service. The fact is you need to decide, do you want customers coming to you or do you go to customers? So let's just imagine we've got a restaurant that's Jerk Hut Company. So this is where we want people to come to us. So the first thing you do is you then check to see whether it's already been registered. If it's been registered, you just need to claim it. And the way you can do that is you just type in your business name here, Jerk Hut Company, and you can see it's coming up already. And this is the one we're talking about that's local. So if I click on this, if I want ownership of it now, I need to request access. And that means it's already been set up. It's already been registered. It's already even gone out to someone who's got the email address, registered it with them. And this is probably because it is already registered on Google Maps. And that's where we can't really go any further other than request access if that was my business. So that would be one way if the business does already exist. Let's imagine the business doesn't exist. So we'll call it Sparkles Like New. And I'm making up this house cleaning service, call it a house cleaning service. You notice it doesn't exist. So that's good, so I can click that. It now wants the business name, Sparkles Like New. And then you've just got to think, what's the primary business category? And this is important. You can change it in the future, but this will be really where Google understands what you do. So if I'm a house cleaning service, probably cleaning, the first thing I'd put, and then you're looking for perhaps a house cleaning. There you go, house cleaning service. So you might do carpet cleaning too, but you can put that as a secondary category. But the main one would be house cleaning service. And click next. And this is probably the most confused part of the registration for most people. Do you want to add a location customers can visit, like a store or office? Now you still will need to register your address with Google, but this is whether or not you want it showing on Google Maps. So if you go to customers, you're a service. If customers come to you, you're a shop. So if we were the Jerk Hut, we would put yes, because we're a shop. But as we're a service, we're a house cleaning service, we'll put no. We don't want people knocking on our door, we go to them. And so because we're now a service, we now put an area or areas that we cover. And so we cover things like Boscombe would be a local area. Just put a couple of local towns to start with, 3 areas that cover that section there. Click next. And now it's asking for a telephone number, and then it's asking, do you want a current website or do you have a current website? So if you had a website for your business already, you'd put the HTTP and the www dot and then the registration of that URL there. If you don't think you need one, you can click this. But actually, if you haven't got your website already, click this. And the reason is it will give you a free website through your Google business, and that will help you get found in Google in a few months' time. So click next on that if you don't have a website, and that will give you one. And now this is the bit where just because you put the address in, this doesn't mean that Google will actually show you on Google Maps, and it doesn't mean people are going to turn up at your front door. So being a service, this gets hidden, but you just type in your address so that Google can contact you, or it can send a verification to that address if ever there's a dispute over the business. And now because it knows that you're a house cleaner, it also just wants to know, do you do these things? Are these the way in which your services can be categorized? And now you just need to think about your hours as well. So just make sure these are all accurate and that you can fulfill them so you don't disappoint people when they contact you for those hours. And your business description, you just want to make sure this again explains what you do, what makes you unique compared to others. So just make sure it's a bit more descriptive than just a couple of things. Include in there, if you can, the services you do and also the areas you cover. And finally, you can just add a few photos as well, which will help people find you. Certainly you want to add your logo at this stage if you can. You'll also get £80 of free advertising, which just helps you to get found. So make sure you claim that at this stage. And you'll notice now your business profile is almost ready. Press continue. And it will now give you this page here and your free website. If you want to see it, if you click on website, and you could buy a domain name to go with it as well. So sparkleslikenew.com could go with it. And that's really how you've got your business straight away on Google within just a few minutes. And you then will start to then need to go through and optimize it as well. So you need to add posts, you can do offers, you can build up your reputation by adding various things, getting reviews and so on. And now that means if people start searching in Google Maps or in Google search for your business Sparkles Like New, gradually over time you should be found and you'll become an authority. But that's where you need to now, the next stage really is to start to get other references. And that's the third thing. So the first thing was register with Google. The second thing was you need a website, which you've now got on here. And the third thing is references, citations. Get registered on Bing, Apple, get indexes to know about your business, get Yelp, Facebook, Twitter. All those things will build the authority of your business. And then how Google puts together the algorithm means it will start to enable your business to thrive as it gets and increases in its authority. So now you've got your business registered with Google and you now want to be found. But is there a way of making it even more powerful? Is there a way of optimizing it so that people find it even more frequently so you get more customers? Well, absolutely there is. In fact, wouldn't it be great if there was a course you could take for free that would show you how to do that now you've got your Google My Business up and running? Well, there is. And if you go here, you'll get a 30-day free course that I did last month.